Hello, and welcome to another special episode of No Small Roles, a D&D podcast where there are no small roles and no description of Deacon in the last episode. So, Sarah, what does he look like?
Deacon is a half-elf. He has big furry boots. He is leather-clad in very functional clothes. He has a huge rucksack on his back. He has long brown hair, which is sort of down to his shoulders, and most of it is kind of matted and dreaded. And at the moment, given things that have happened to him, he's actually got what looks like it could be an undercut, but is actually huge burn marks on the side of his head, which means that some of his hair is missing.
Oh, Deacon.
I know.
Oh, lad. Amazing. We love him so much.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm David Knight, your Dungeon Master, he, him. I'm joined by these Warren runners. Can everyone just remind our listeners of your names and your characters? We'll go around the table. Sarah, over to you first.
Okay, well, I think I've kind of covered half of it. But I'm Sarah, pronouns she, her, and I'm Deacon Fireheart Buttons, who is pronouns he, him. And he's an adventurer with a purpose who has a special compass who's getting him somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everyone. Vicky, pronouns she, her. I'm playing Gail, pronouns she, they, who is a local smuggler and local folklore believer and teller.
Hi, I'm Grace Kelly Miller. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Gary Braithwaite, aka Gary Baldy, because he hasn't got much hair. And his pronouns are he, him. He is the guard captain at Gallant's Gate, and he is trying to get to the bottom of an incident that has happened in the Warren.
Hi, I'm Ben Galpin, pronouns he, him. I am playing Thorn, pronouns he, they, who is definitely just a corporal in the guard.
Definitely.
Secret.
As we sat around the table, Ben just shot Grace a really lovely, cheeky side eye. I feel like everyone needs to know that flavour is happening.
We don't get cheeky side eye on Zoom, it's wonderful.
Doesn't work on Zoom.
We do not.
Doesn't work on Zoom. Thorn is a shifter, so appears sort of cat-like, feline, humanoid. Yeah.
Cool. Hi, I'm Dara Bailey, pronouns he, him. I'm playing Eloise de Toussaint, who is a member of the Associates, a guild of assassins and duelists, trying to get through to the other side of Dravain.
And she is not dodgy at all.
No, you can read her like a book. She has no secrets to tell.
Is it Dravain on the other side or Ayland?
Oh,
or is it?
Ayland's on the other side. You're on the Dravain side of the border.
Yeah.
Clap, retcon.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I am playing Eloise de Toussaint, she, her pronouns, and she is a member of the guild called the Associates, a guild of assassins and duelists, trying to get through the border of Dravain and into Ayland. It's trying to get through the border of... Fuck! I fly through the door!
Trying to get across the Dravain-Ayland border.
Thank you! Trying to get through the Dravain-Ayland border.
Nice. So, as a reminder, here is a content warning for this miniseries. This miniseries is exploring the horror genre, which means that there might be themes and moments that some listeners find uncomfortable. For a full content warning, please check out the show notes for this episode and keep yourself safe. Right. Is everybody ready to explore the Warren?
Yeah. Got our rabbits ready.
Then let's cue the theme tune.
Prepare your party of players and polyhedral dice. Your tragic backstory better be worth the sacrifice. Seize your sheets and D20. Let's play D&D. Your haggard character swaggers with daggers in each hand. You've all discussed what you must, but even better lay plans. Take a turn when checks are missed.
Roll initiative. Brandish your blades. Don't fail your saves. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is your story. No guts, no glory. Confront your fate with every roll. Every roll.
Rises inside, one who will pay the price. Their chance of success will rest upon the dice. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is no small rolls.
So, Deacon arrives at Shepherd's Ridge and Gallant's Gate at the Drevane border. Finding the gate closed due to an incident, Deacon was offered a different passage by a local smuggler, Gale, who also shared the legend of the Shepherd. Choosing instead to offer his blade to the guard in resolving the issue, Deacon met a trio of warriors, Rosie, Cade, and Firion. Then Captain Gary Braithwaite, aka Garibaldi, explained that having attempted to stop the increasing smugglers, a unit of guards had entered the Warren, a series of tunnels beneath the hills, and not returned. The plan was to investigate and find out what had really happened. Deacon, not convinced at the plan, decided to attempt to broker an alliance between the guard and the local smugglers and, with Corporal Thorn in tow, returned to Gale in the Herder's Glory Tavern. Gale then took them both into a secret space beneath the tavern where Eloise, another of Gale's clients, was waiting to cross. They all agreed to meet the guard within the Warren and set off, dead rabbits in hand. As they walked down further into the darkness, they reached a small cavern, and there in the shadow, Deacon caught a glimpse of a pale face smiling out.
All right then.
Do you turn to look at the face as it's sort of lingering in the darkness there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
Deacon, yeah, for sure.
Amazing. You've got a hooded lantern in your hand as well. Anyway, all
Yeah, it's
four
just
of you.
like there's a Deacon
dancing
just
lights.
assumes.
And there's dancing lights.
There's
Kind of.
dancing lights, yeah. So Deacon just assumes this is just a person that's down there. So it's like literally just gonna raise the lantern up and look and just like, all right, you okay?
As you sort of turn to focus the light a little bit more on the face, you realise it's not a person at all.
Oh my god.
Great. What is it?
It's a wall painting.
Oh.
And in fact,
Say-
as you sort of look at this sort of pale-faced image with like a dark shape of a body around it, that there are a few more of these sort of drawn in different places on the walls, along with a whole number of names and scratches and messages that actually, as soon as you read them, they are not worrying in the slightest. They are all people that have passed through.
Cool. Guys, have you seen this? Come on, have a look.
Does any of it look familiar? Does any of it match up with the story, please?
Yeah, 100%. This is not like a custom, or this is not a superstition in any way, but where this is a good resting spot for anyone passing through this smuggling route, quite often they have just sat and doodled for a little bit.
Huh.
A lot of the images that you see, there are other versions of this pale-faced figure on the wall, some of them crooks in hand, sort of shepherd's crooks, that you're like, oh yeah, that's the shepherd.
So people have been drawing the shepherd on the wall.
Exactly.
People passing through. And would we have seen this before? You
Yes.
said looking over at Vicky.
Yeah, anyone that's you would have sat and watched people draw on, or maybe not, maybe encouraged it to ward off.
Yeah, so Deacon
Worries.
would definitely push for more information on that from these guys, from Gale and from Thorn, about what that is, just for.
Yeah, do you remember that story I told you, the free one? That's
Oh,
him.
yeah, I remember.
That's him from the story.
Oh, a little bit creepy. Less sheep though than I was expecting, but yeah, it's good.
Well, if you want, you can chalk up your own drawing on the wall.
Well, when I've got inspiration, I'm not the best artist. I'm not gonna lie. So,
It's more for luck than for inspiration.
Yeah.
Does it work even if I just do it like a little stick man?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I'll do that then. That sounds fun. And I've got some chalk as well, which is very handy because that's what the guys gave me. And I'm glad you've reminded me actually, because what I need to do is make sure I leave some little arrows so that when the others come and join us, then they know where to go. That's good.
Okay, well, let's draw a few arrows on the floor and draw a little drawing on the wall.
And maybe if the shepherd follows these arrows to come kill us.
Well, we've got friends who need to find where we are. Maybe we could wait here for a few minutes, see if they are following.
Well, as
Soon
you're a
on our
member of the
heels.
guard, you must know where the entrance is. Is it near to here?
David, is the entrance near?
So this room, sort of this small cavern, as it kind of widens out, curves a little bit. There are many different pathways off of it. Obviously, those that have travelled through know the paths that you need to follow. Make an investigation check. Because I'm not sure whether or not Thorn would have actually come down with the guard into this space.
Can I guide myself?
Yeah, go for it.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for if there's a path that I recognise from having
As
come in
leading
with
back.
a guard.
Exactly. But yeah, so which you wouldn't have come down yourself, but you know that the guard's entrance into the warren is slightly newer.
Okay. So I'm having a look for new material.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I have a little look, my eyes are just going to flash with a little bit more sort of feline looks than they usually have to them as Thorn investigates. Ooh. Non-natural 20.
Very nice. Again, having been
I'm just going to say it's painful. My inner Orin is crying that my investigation score is +0.
What's the opposite of an abracalad?
I think it's just a mere mortal.
So there's very definitely a newer entrance. It's not actually directly into this space, like sort of as you kind of have a peek down some of the other sort of branching tunnels with your hooded lantern, you realize that one of them clearly has a lot more dust in it.
Okay.
A lot more broken stone. So there's wherever it is that the guards have dragged in from, that's where they've reached the warren.
And is there any sound of anyone coming down that passageway?
No.
Well, I think I found the path that we're looking for. This is probably where they'll come from.
Oh, great. So we just need to do an arrow from here so they can see where they're going, yeah?
Yes, or as I say, other options, wait here for a few minutes, see if they follow
Well,
quickly.
we can put the arrow down whilst we're waiting,
True.
kill two birds, one stone and all that.
2 sheep,
I
1
would
crook.
put the arrow down only if we don't meet up with them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. We got to be quite stealthy down in these warrens.
Oh.
You never know who or what is around the corner. We got to keep our ears to the ground.
Right.
Literally. Deacon puts his head on the floor.
Again, Sarah just like crooked her head down towards the seat in which she was sitting on as she said that. Thank you for tuning into my running commentary.
Love it.
Remind me, why have people put their names on this wall? This is supposed to be a smuggling route.
Good point, well made.
Does Gail know why people do that?
Don't know. It wouldn't have been like a out of fear kind of thing. It's more like graffiti in some instances.
Okay. That's
I survived crossing here.
That's more vandalism.
Right.
That I think if you want to draw a shepherd, I think that's one thing. If you want to put your name on the wall, you do you, but it's a bit of a stupid idea.
It's a bit curious that this close to the entrance, there's pictures of people drawing the shepherd. I'd imagine they'd encounter the shepherd further down into the cave itself.
I think the story is quite well known in these parts. People know the tale of the shepherd.
Would have drawn him this close to the entrance. It's a bit curious. Maybe they came back this way and drew what they saw before he took them.
Or drew what they hoped they wouldn't see when they came in.
But people come through the caves both ways.
Can I investigate? I'm going to take a closer look at the picture. See if,
Picking up law.
the same instrument to write names is the same as any of the doodles.
Ooh, yes. That's a very good question.
It's a 13.
13. Yeah, in some instances you can find some comparisons, like that some people have clearly picked up like bits of rock off the ground, drawn the squiggle of a face and a bit of a shape, and then written their name nearby. Like you can see some matching of not ink, like tool use.
Right.
Some of the scratching in, you can see like similar patterns, but then there are others that are very not different designs, but they are almost painted on.
Right. With what?
With paint.
Paint.
Yeah.
Paint. Not
yeah.
like
There's
blood
no
or cave
red
moss.
blood or anything like
Yeah.
that in it. It's all
Alright.
it's all fairly monochrome, and like the names are either scratched in or marked in with
Right.
like chalk or something. But there are some images of the shepherd that are painted.
Right. And it's just names, not like I survived, don't go this way. No warning, no messages, just names.
Steve was here.
Yeah, I
Steve
mean,
survived.
there's the occasional message like "Don't forget your rabbit," that kind of
Right.
thing, like wishing people luck. There's no worrying messages. You really do get the sense that this is just almost like a message board from other travelers. Yeah,
Right, okay.
Would we know why people have drawn the shepherd? Like whether it's just a
in a kind of like almost like trying to relieve their own fear in some way. It's like, oh, if I draw a picture of it on the wall there, then it's like, you know, I know that it's just a picture, a painting, it's not real.
Great.
Or in some instances, I'm sure that you would have experienced, is that some people are like, let me tease other people coming through by drawing
Yeah.
a scary picture.
Got you.
There's kind of a bit of both
I
of that
think in
going
that case, Gail has definitely drawn one of those pictures at some point. in the
Amazing.
past.
Yeah.
Don't you think that one over there is really good?
So lifelike.
So how long do you wait in this cavern before moving on?
Guys, I'm getting bored. Just need to crack on.
Right.
Let's give it 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I was gonna say 10 minutes.
Well, they would have left before they're easy to get here.
The guard can be a little, I don't want to say slow, but go at their own pace.
Now, what about entertaining the possibility that they don't make it this way? Is there a chance that they could have been waylaid before they got here, this early on in their expedition?
It's entirely possible that a well-placed birthday cake could distract them.
If we go on without the guard, do we still get this year's freebie?
No, you need the guy. You need him. That your captain, Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
Well,
Braithwaite.
think about it this way. If the captain was to succumb to some kind of birthday cake incident, surely you'd be next in line to lead the guard, wouldn't you, Corporal?
I don't know if I'm next in line.
Not at all.
Probably not. Probably not.
You've not
Probably
been part
not.
of it long
Yeah.
enough.
There's a few other people in my way, and
I really enjoyed that build-up from Grace there, sat shaking her head, shaking her head. No, I need to say something.
No,
I need
No,
to-
I'm
absolutely
sorry,
not,
that is
Dawn.
not the way I run my border control.
But if the shepherd has his way, well, there might not be a say in the matter.
Right, hang on a second. I thought this old shepherd was supposed to be in the world. The guard dudes, right, they're outside.
Yeah.
So they're not here yet.
No.
They will get here, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Like, you seem a little bit reticent about this plan. Don't worry, it'll be fine. But let's just get him inside. It'll be fine. He's going to come. He's got too much to lose if he doesn't come. So, and these guys have got too much to lose if he doesn't come as well. So, let's just see. I'm fine. I'd rather just get cracking, to be honest. But if we've got to
Oh,
wait
so
for
would
him
I.
for a couple of
We'll
minutes,
get
let's
Well-
you through and
Let's get cracking then and just leave a arrow or something with the way we're going.
I
so
mean,
they
that's
know
what
where
we
to go.
discussed, so it'll be fine. They'll catch us up.
Okay.
So you continue on.
Yeah.
With an arrow pointing.
I think
Where we've got-
Deacon's going to give a little shout at the one, whatever one that Thorn has said. That's where they'll be coming from. Deacon's going to give a bit of a holler up there, going, "If you're there, come on down. We're here, but we are going to keep going. Catch us up."
Can you use thaumaturgy to amplify someone else's voice?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of place two fingers on the back of Deacon's neck, and they feel a little vibration.
What
megaphone
a shout
action.
at that. Brilliant. That's brilliant. That is. Woof.
Yeah. And it kind of reverberates not only around the cavern, but almost down every tunnel in the space.
No.
like Graham Norton in Father Ted down in the cave.
I mean, I was thinking a slightly scarier way, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
sorry,
like-
horror genre. Horror genre.
Now, Gary and hopefully whoever he's been able to assemble will be waiting kind of near the entrance, like listening for anything. Can I do a perception check, or am I too far away?
Or dead.
No, I'll say you don't even need to make a perception check for that. Like, however far you'd gotten into the tunnel, you would have heard that.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether or not you were waiting at the entrance or attempted
Like kind of
to
a little
enter.
bit. I think like we'd be like on the cusp.
Yeah.
Like, you
Sort
know,
of
like
edging
a little bit
down.
in, but a bit nervous to go in until we know that there's more people in there. So when he hears Deacon, I imagine you'll all hear a little all right, Mopsy, calm down, yeah, lead the way, sniff them out, and then we're gonna start heading.
Do we hear that?
I would say you hear
The dog.
most distant dog.
Brilliant.
It's taken you guys about an hour of walking to get to where you are.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's only with the thaumaturgy forcing your voice throughout this cavern that it's
Emphasis
managed
on
to
throughout.
reach them. So, but you can just about hear a dog in the distance, but you don't know how far it's going to take for them to reach you.
But we know that they're there.
Yeah.
I imagine we'll be kitted out with like torches and what have you.
Mm-hmm. So, how long are you going to wait for them?
Should we wait here?
Well, it sounds like they're coming.
I mean, maybe we should, strengthen numbers, or we stroll slowly in the right direction. Because we have got the chalk. Or do you think that's a really bad idea?
Well, we've alerted everything in this cave.
But that's kind of my thought, to be honest. I didn't realise it was going to blast through the whole thing. It was fun, though.
Oh, I did. But
Brilliant.
just to see what else is here.
Great.
Yeah,
Evidently,
let's
though.
head on steadily and hope that they're faster.
Slow. Yeah, we'll be slow.
Yeah.
Little chalk arrow, not too big because
As it says, that Deacon's drawn one like this, about a metre on the floor.
Thorn just rubs it out with their paw. He just draws a smaller, much subtler arrow.
Yeah, brilliant.
While we walk, does anyone want to hear a story?
Right, is this like the first story? Is it like the second story? Because I just want to be prepared for where this is going to go.
The second one.
Okay, yes, all right. We're walking, so I've got other things to do. Go on then, tell us a story.
I'll have the biscuit first, please.
Deacon worries about in his pack. I haven't got a biscuit anymore. I've only got a flapjack. Is that all right?
Oh, that's even better, thank you.
Oh, right, great. There you go.
All right, this story. It's about...
They've been in there for about 3 months. I hope that's okay. I bought them from home.
Woden Isles Bakery.
Literally where it's
Frozen
from.
flapjack.
Holland and Harrod.
Defrosted flapjack.
Sorry, I interrupted your story, Gary.
I'm going to take us back into the horror genre. This story is about a man, and he's got knives for fingers. And every time a child falls asleep, breaks into their dream and kills them one by one. And he's chasing this one girl, and then she picks up the phone to call her boyfriend.
What's
and
a
his
phone?
mouth
What's a
comes
phone?
His mouth what? Please finish the story. Hang on. His mouth what?
I'm more
comes
intrigued
out
about
of the
this.
receiver.
Oh, okay, right.
Shall I retcon that?
Yeah, is there another way to word this?
I feel like we all know what you're talking about.
Out the sending
No.
stone?
Yeah. And there's this one girl, and she's in the middle of casting a sending spell, and suddenly in her brain, his mouth appears and like goes right in her face, and then kills her boyfriend, and then he kills her.
Was he a creature of the Feywild?
Yes.
Insight check.
No, don't waste it.
I also cannot remember if that was the ending of
it.
Friday the 13th. It's been a while. Yeah. Did you enjoy that story a bit more?
They're definitely interesting, and I think you've got a very creative imagination.
Oh no, they're true stories.
It's very different kinds of stories around here to what I'm used to, but yeah, very good, very good. Deacon just sort of walks off in front, sort of head down, trying to get away.
So you followed the path through winding tunnels Do you know what? It started out that this story that Gale has told you, you're like, that's a silly story. And then as the silence kind of takes over the group, the more you keep thinking about it, and slowly and surely it's just picking up more worrying aspects inside your head. You're like, no, it's just it was a silly story. Silly, absolutely serious. And then you're like, no, there's a man with fingers for knives and he's going to be in my dreams.
And he's got no skin on his face either.
Definitely Faye.
Comforting noise of a poodle, a toy poodle, far behind. You mark on the arrows as you pass through, but the tunnel and the warren starts expanding into smaller rooms with branching tunnels. So trying to keep a strong enough marker each time, it's proving quite tough. Eventually, you start squeezing through this incredibly narrow tunnel to the point that any bags that you're carrying, you have to take off of your back, have them beside you so that you can move through the tunnels sort of shoulder first. And then this particular one opens out into a wide plateau, a space with a cavern so large that the darkness beyond, even as you try to shine your torch out into it, is just inky blackness. There is nothing. The light doesn't even penetrate it in the slightest. The path itself kind of edges off right at the edge of the plateau, follows around a cliff edge, a very narrow space, but it's here that Gale starts preparing her rabbits.
Do we all need to do that?
Yeah. Gale just takes off the rabbit and is like, yeah. You just got to get hold of your rabbit. Has everyone got it ready?
I've got it in my hand.
Yeah, I have this thing ready.
Yeah, and you just got to throw it into the darkness. Yeah, and then she just throws it into the inky black.
How do you know it's landed where it needed to go?
You don't.
Oh, okay. Hard or just a little lob?
With intention.
Oh, okay. And Deacon proper wangs it into the darkness.
Yeah.
Eloise skeptically underhands it and chucks it up into the darkness and watches it fall.
Thorn will chuck it with a little druid crafts, little rabbit scent extra goodies on it as it goes.
Ooh, nice.
And how many guards did you say were behind us?
4.
She holds out the one remaining rabbit.
You suddenly hear the toy poodle much closer.
And the dog.
Wait, what?
4. And the dog.
Well, the good news is you 3 are all right. The bad news is we got 1 rabbit between 3 more people. 4 more people.
And the dog.
And the dog.
Why didn't they know about the rabbits?
Everyone knows about the rabbits, it's just people don't believe in the rabbits.
What happens if you don't have a rabbit?
You die.
How?
Do I know how?
No.
Never not had a rabbit to find out, I suppose.
Yeah, I always just throw a rabbit down and I don't die.
You need the captain to survive, because that's the one that's going to make everything how you need it to be. So for your benefit, you need to make sure the captain has a rabbit. The other 3, maybe they know the story. They seem to know a lot before they came down. They might have their own rabbits. You never know.
They might have brought a rabbit with them.
Well, I guess we're about to find out, aren't we?
You say that as you turn around in the sort of small slit that you've all squeezed out of.
Come on, Captain.
Breathing in. Wish I hadn't had the extra slice of cake. Come on. Following the arrows.
Out comes Captain Gary Braithwaite, followed by Firion, Kane, and Rosie.
Oh, finally we caught up with you all. I've never been somewhere like this before. It's so... Well, it's like a warren, really, isn't it? I understand the name now.
Did you bring your rabbits?
Rabbits?
What rabbits? So apparently if you did not bring a rabbit as a sacrifice, you forsake any protections against whatever ills lie ahead of us. Is that right, Gale?
Yeah. Are you the captain?
I'm the captain. Nice to meet you, Gale. I'm assuming you're all reinforcements that my corporal and this deacon has managed to acquire from the smuggling.
All on board with our plans, Captain?
And you're the one that's given us a year? Yeah?
If you're able to help me find out what's been going on down here.
Yeah. We hope you find out what's going on down here. No one breathes a word about what is going on down here.
That's my intention. I'll keep my word to that.
Then that's your rabbit. Throw it into the darkness.
Go on, Captain. It's all right.
Rosie sticks her hand up. Do I need a rabbit?
No, it's alright. It's just one person that needs a rabbit.
Insight check.
Oh.
I'm going to insight check that.
Oh, I mean, you know the answer.
I want to know how deadly serious
There's,
Gail is about this.
the other three share a look.
Oh no.
You don't know if it's a good one or a shifty one in the darkness.
I want to insight check that.
Make it a disadvantage, I would say, because it's 3 people in a dark space.
That's 12.
A 12. There is a slight worry.
Eloise eases Winter's kiss from its scabbard. Slowly.
Gary is still standing there looking quite blank, holding the rabbit.
Gary, I'd throw the rabbit if I were you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Superstition, Captain, but sometimes...
Superstition.
Yes.
Right. Oh, okay.
Best to observe local practices.
Well,
We've all done it, Captain. Don't worry.
No, we haven't. We
Oh.
only need one rabbit to go in. We haven't done it.
Deacon whistles quietly and saunters off, kicking the stones.
We watched, what was your
The
name?
last group. Throw a rabbit across.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh, we've got more people to help us.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll just throw the rabbit. He throws the rabbit and then does an insight check.
Oh.
Love that.
Should I do a deception or a performance check, or is that...
I'd say a deception, because you've told
Yeah.
a few little lies in there.
That's
That's very generous of
Slightly
you, DM.
different little lies.
What did Grace get?
And I have +6 for deception.
Amazing.
So I'm abracaladding a 26.
What did you get, Grace?
an 18.
An 18. So,
So-
yeah, you are skeptical, but, well, Thorn seems to be quite on board with what's happened. So maybe you're just catching the wrong end of the stick,
And
Or your dog's catching the wrong end of the stick. Vicky's holding the natural 20 up as if we were cameras. We're not on Zoom, Vicky.
okay, well, I have with me Cade, Rosie, and Ferian. They're some brave.
Just another question, says Rosie. So you're saying I don't need a rabbit?
No.
Okay, but you're sure?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're really sure? Because I'm a bit, I'm not liking this. I think, you're saying there's one, but were you just going to have one for the 4 of yous before we turned up?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to come. You're more than welcome to turn back if you don't feel comfortable down here.
Well, no, I just want to make sure that I'm not in any danger, that you're not just leaving us out like.
Well, I'm very appreciative of them coming down to join you and work together as a team.
Exactly.
This is an alliance, and
I think this is the point where Gail messages over to Thorn and just sort of looks at him and messages, should we send them back or are they gonna die?
David, what have I heard of rabbits and not bringing rabbits? And
This happens with every trip. I don't know how much you want to believe the superstition of the rabbit. That's entirely up to you.
but everyone brings a rabbit.
Yeah, and Gail is pretty into throwing a rabbit off.
Gail believes if they don't throw a rabbit, they will die.
Yeah. I think Thorn is maybe on the fence, but maybe they should go and get a rabbit.
Maybe you should go and get a rabbit.
Well, where am I going to get a rabbit from, Danny? I know it's called the Warren, but I haven't seen a bloody rabbit, have I?
Go back into town and get a rabbit and catch us up, I think, is probably the best answer.
Well, I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm going to follow half arrows all around, and then I'm going to turn back without the captain. That's an awful idea. They'll think that we killed him.
Well, if you feel safer following us, then stick
Well, no, I
with
don't
us.
feel safe. That's what I'm saying. It's bloody dark down here, isn't it? All right, I don't know if you've seen around. Can't see my arm in front of me bloody foot, you know.
Deacon's going to go and help out and go, I've got biscuits. Would that do?
You said you didn't have any biscuits. You said you only had a flapjack.
Oh, you're right. I have biscuits.
Insight check.
Look, it's been a while. It's fine. I've got flapjack. Would that work?
Who has the highest passive perception?
Oh, no.
16.
Definitely not going to be me.
Not
Mine's
me.
terrible.
Mine's 12.
Mine's 9.
Mine's 10.
17?
Oh.
Very good.
Abracalad.
The smugglers know.
Amazing. So Gale then, as you're sort of having this discussion, turning around, sort of caught in between a group of people just trying to sort out this rabbit situation, just peeking over the cliff edge of the plateau is the face of a young elf with long matted hair, drenched with sweat, hanging across their face. And they have an outstretched hand sort of clinging desperately to the rocks with like fear filling their eyes and sort of like almost like sort of grabbing into the dirt, like holding on to the edge as much as they can. Their mouth is kind of like moving in sort of panted, and it's almost as if they're trying to call for help, but there is no noise.
Fucking hell! Do they look real? Do they look like a shepherd? Do they look,
Do they
like
look like a rabbit?
panicked person who's dying?
They look like a panicked person who's dying. Somebody who needs help. That's what it looks like. Somebody who, if nobody runs over to help them, they are going to fall.
I know exactly what I would do as Vicky. I would help them, but Gale.
Gale is the only person that's seen them so far. Does Gale tell anyone?
No.
Amazing. How do you deal with the situation then?
I think she just ignores them.
Amazing. Amazing. So Rosie continues arguing. So, like, I need a rabbit, but I gotta go back. So you're saying, how long is it gonna take me to get back? Are any of you gonna come back with me?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Well, we've got to get on. Look. I'd say do whatever you want to do.
Well, come on now. There must be something we can do to make this work together. You young lad, you seem to be very good at bringing people together.
There's got to be something we can use in place of a rabbit. There's something that we've seen, or we can just, is there a sign?
Chuck a flapjack over?
I've suggested this. I think, I don't really like to waste my food, but if it means that these people are going to be protected, let's just...
Got the rest of this birthday cake.
Sure, I mean, what's
It
not
was
to
a
love?
tray bake, so there was a lot.
I think we need to go.
Chuck the cake over and let's go.
I think you have
Rosie
a choice
starts
to
walking
make.
around in front of you. No. Like, until we sort this out. Like, I'm not... Why would I go further in if I'm in danger? That's what I want to know.
Either go back and get a rabbit or come with us and feel unsafe.
You should probably
That's not...
leave.
I mean... But that's... But...
Nope.
Surely if we need this to look after us, then whatever will get me might come after you as well. It'll just assume that you're with us, right?
I don't think it works that way, friend. I mean, if you came down here without your rabbit, and we've established that you need a rabbit sacrifice to protect
Well,
you.
actually,
in the cave,
that information wasn't passed on to me and my group here.
which is truly
uh,
unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do to procure a rabbit right here in this instance. I think the safest thing for you, friend, is to forget the coin, forget the accolades, forget the fame and reputation you might gain from this endeavour, and just hold on to your life for what it's worth. Is it really worth risking the dangers and the unknown of these wardens for 2 gold a day?
Or trust us that one rabbit is enough.
And that you got the protection of a group to have your back?
My life.
Aye, your life.
And a jagged spike forces its way out of her face. As you watch, this spike opens up, almost grabs her face from the outside, and just wrenches her back into the darkness.
Into the pit.
Yeah.
Or into the pit.
Into the pit.
I didn't see that coming.
And that body starts clambering its way up the cliffside.
What?
All of you instantly see this young elvish torso rise up, followed by a writhing mass of bloody flesh and half-formed faces, barbed bones wrenched through pale skin, twitching tentacles protruding from toothless mouths, and this massive creature just plants itself at the edge. Can we roll initiative, please?
Well, there's the answer to that. To arms!
Hello, David here, your devilish DM. If this horror-themed four-parter is your first experience of No Small Rolls, then welcome and thank you for joining us. If you are curious about our main campaign, we suggest listening up to episode 8 and then see how you're feeling about the show from there. There is also a handy recap of episodes 1 to 5 if you want a head start on that. And also, if you want to hear more from Deacon, you can find Sarah guesting on episodes 16 to 18. For our regular listeners, episode 73 will be making its way into your ear holes in June, so keep an eye on your feeds. But if you all have any questions or thoughts that you'd like to share with us as you listen to this gruesome adventure, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at No Small Rolls. Simply search No Small Rolls on Facebook, and our Discord link can be found in the show notes. You'll also find a ticket link to the touring production of Sense and Sensibility, which every member of this Fireheart cast is involved in, either on stage, behind the scenes, or both. Except for Ben. Slacker. To avoid being a slacker like Ben, we'd love it if you could take a moment and rate us 5 stars on Spotify and write a little review on iTunes, Podchaser, or Podcast Addict. Reviews are such a great way of helping others find this podcast, so get typing. And that's all from me as announcement, David. Time to put my DM hat back on. It's a very nice hat. Or is it? So, what did everyone get for initiative?
15.
15.
15.
15.
Plus 4 for deck.
Wait, I should probably... let's start with the highest. Anyone get 25 to 20? 20 to 15.
15?
Okay, well, that's...
My dex is only 1.
Okay.
So, Thorn, then Gale. 15 to 10?
13.
12.
And Deacon, what'd you get?
6.
Little 6 for Deacon.
Oh, thank you.
Oh no.
Oh, listeners, we have a lovely initiative board that David has written for us. Worryingly, Thorn is not the top.
No, a wonderful thing called the Stalker goes first.
Is Gary spelled with a double R?
I mean, apparently he is
I
now.
like it.
Listen, I don't know.
Apparently, on No Small Rolls, we decide how many letters are extra in
Rhymes.
anyone's names at any one
Or
time.
missing from anyone's
Missing,
name.
yeah.
It rhymes with Harry, you spell it Gary.
Yeah.
It's
I like
fine.
it. It makes it feel like
More fantasy.
Dravani. Yeah, it's like it's called Gary,
Yeah.
but with 2 R's.
With 2 R's.
Gary.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking hell, Gary.
So, first up, before anything else happens, this creature rears up into almost like a centipede-like rise above you. And with all of your little hooded lanterns shining up at it, you can see it in all its horror. So,
Great.
can you make a wisdom saving throw, please,
Is
all
this
of you?
against a charmed or frightened effect?
This is against a frightened effect.
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
Yeah.
It's what we wanted to hear, ladies and gentlemen.
You got resistance.
Was that wisdom?
Wisdom.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
no,
bad.
Wait. I'm totally using a bit of luck here because that was absolutely shocking.
Very nice.
Didn't help.
Okay.
Wait, is that disadvantage?
No. It's just because I have a thing.
He's got special things.
I have a thing.
So, who got 15 or above?
Me.
Me.
Nice. And who got 14 or below?
Me.
Definitely me.
Both of you have a point of exhaustion as you are frightened.
Oh,
Okay, please may I use a thing?
You can.
So, whenever you or a creature that you can see within 120 feet of you, me, succeeds on a saving throw against being charmed or frightened, you can use your reaction to force a different creature you can see within 120 foot of you, the thing, to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14, please.
Oh, lovely. A wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
That's a 4.
Fail. it's frightened of me for a minute.
Oh.
It can.
Oh, interesting. Because it's immune to being frightened.
Oh, okay.
I've written a horror thing. I'm not going to make the monsters scared.
Next time I'll try and see if it can be charmed.
Spoiler, no.
But I'll try anyway. Trying's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, Gale and Deacon, you have 1 point of exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks. So, that might not be a bad thing in this fight right now. But later on, if you don't get any rest, might hurt.
Cool.
Cool. Nothing about this is cool.
So yeah, this creature rears up and then suddenly barges its way through all of you and makes an attack against Cade and Furion.
Through all of us.
Yeah, pushes you apart.
As in it's going past us.
As in
like,
opportunity attacks.
Oh, okay, so this creature is big enough that no.
Okay, cool.
What?
That's fine. Also, I used my reaction to try and make it frightened.
I mean, there is that. Yeah,
So
no,
I
it's
don't
not
have a
going
reaction
through
now,
you.
but-
The space on this plateau is not big enough for it to have made it across and leave your space.
Good to know.
But it's made 2 very good rolls. So these bone-spiked hands, appendages, skewer both Cade and Firion, as you've seen them both slightly turn to run toward the gap in the wall. And it skewers both of them.
Not Cade!
And just slightly shoves them against the wall, pinning them and blocking that gap. It starts sort of slowly pulling them up through the wall, but Cade is still at the front there trying to claw his way back into that space and off of this spike. Who's next?
It's me. So is there another way out of here? So the way we came in, that's the one that's getting blocked
Currently. Yeah.
Is there another way out?
Yeah, there is at the edge of the precipice, the path kind of continues round onto a 3-foot wide strip along the cliff with a sheer drop directly next to it. Normally, you'd be taking this a nice slow walking pace, but in this moment, that's the only other route to run.
Okay, I would like to start running that way, please.
Please do.
So I will go 35 feet down that way, and I will shout to everyone else. Okay, everyone, I really think we should all run this way. And while I do that, let's throw the kitchen sink at this, because you only live once. Or in the case of this one shot, you only live for 2 episodes potentially. So I would like to start to shift into my more bestial form, please. Which will give me 6 temporary hit points plus some more. I'll check how many in a minute. But more hit points and also increase my AC. I would then like to... So that's my bonus action. I would then like to fire 2 arrows at the big thing.
Please do. Make your attacks.
I'll roll them together for fun. That's a 19 and a non-natural 20.
Yeah, both of them hit.
Awesome. So, I would also... Let's just throw the kitchen sink at the thing. I would also like to mark it as my favourite foe, please. Which means I get to do 1d6 extra to it. And also, because of my fire thing, I get to do 1d4 extra to it as well.
That's fun.
So it's whatever I roll plus 8. Oh my goodness me.
All ones, is it?
Pretty much.
gosh.
So that is... Do you want me to separate out psychic damage from piercing damage?
Is it non-magical piercing damage? Then yes, please.
That is a whole 12 points of non-magical piercing damage, plus 3 points of psychic damage.
Nice. That didn't do a lot.
No, it did nothing at all.
Great try, though. It's
Thanks.
noticed that you're shooting arrows.
I'm also running away from it. And yes, I will suggest to everyone that they run. And I'll now sort out my temp hitchcocks. I get 10 temporary hit points.
Well done. Very well done. Yeah, so it turns to sort of glare over at you as you're running away. Almost not forgetting that it's got Cade and Firion on spikes, but kind of there is, when I say it stares at you, there are a number of different faces on this thing, but the leading one, the torso at the front, has kind of like shifted its attention, like its head rocked back.
So maybe attacking is a terrible plan.
Yeah. So, yeah, Gale.
I'm gonna follow Thorn.
Wise.
And how far does that take me from the stalker?
How far can you run?
30 foot.
Yeah, so you kind of... Thorn has gone 35.
Yeah.
So within the space, you can dart right away along this cliff. And again, you know the entire path in and out of here. So there's a bridge not too far. You're like, right, if we can just get across the bridge, it's not going to be able to get across there. So there's a couple of little tunnels, and that's the way to go. So yeah, you dart along the path, and you reach right up next to Thorn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna light the stalker up with fairy fire.
Ooh,
Very nice. Do they need to make a save for that?
Dex saving throw.
That is a 22.
It succeeds.
Yeah, 22 succeeds. Nice.
I'm gonna do a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to Eloise, who looks ready to go, I am gonna cast as a bonus action Bardic Inspiration.
Hey.
yeah.
To Eloise, and I'm going to say, remember the story about the skinless man with the knifey hands, and all will be all right. And it will inspire you for 1d8.
Hey.
Inspire you through fear.
I know, right?
I'm a bard that uses scary stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
It's like a little inoculation against the fear. I
Yeah.
like tell you
Yeah.
scary fictional stories.
Yes.
And the real
And
life
once I've
horror.
told you the stories, I don't have to say the whole story.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, otherwise in 6 seconds, it's really hard.
Eloise, it's your turn.
Eloise's eyes will widen out with like alarm, like knife hands, bloody Nora.
Bloody Nora.
That's now a Dravanian expression.
Winter's
Very dark
kiss
story.
would erupt out of the sheath, and she will take 2 attacks against this thing.
Knew I should have taken some way of getting magical weapons. Looking at David, be like, "It's not a magical weapon.
resistant to slashing and piercing. Oh no. 1 is a miss. So would a 10 miss, right?
A 10 would miss, yeah.
Hang on. I have a maneuver.
Oh.
Standby callers.
You've also got Bardic Inspiration if you need
Do you have Bardic Inspiration? I will use my Bardic Inspiration. Was it a D6 or D8?
D8.
D8. I will use that. So that's a 12.
Yeah, 12 still misses.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to use Precision Attack
Oh, yeah.
and spend my Superiority die to add to the attack roll.
Nice.
So I can get the... There we go.
Wee.
18. So that was 18 total with Bardic Inspiration and Precision Attack.
That hits.
And the other attack is an 18 as well. So
That's
2
proving if you
2 18s,
abracalab
fantastic.
off
Roll
the
your
hard-
damage.
You will succeed.
Okay, 2d6. So I'll roll for each individual attack. So that's a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to add a...
Is that 7 total across both?
No. So that's 7 plus a 2 because I've got dueling. So that's 9.
Nice.
Plus Psionic Force, which is a d8. So that's 7.
So much stuff.
Plus...
So what?
I don't know what's
Just
happening.
check. That's the 7. The 9
Yeah,
is non-magical,
non-magical
and the psionic force.
is force damage.
Nice.
Because
Nothing's
I have a
resistant
feeling
to
it's
force
going to
damage.
have resistance.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh.
8. So 7 plus...
Plus another. So
Oh, those are 9.
7
Plus
plus.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. Plus the 8 damage on top of that. Fantastic.
Now for the second attack. So it's that's 5 plus 2 for dueling, and then I'm going to use another Psionic Force, which is another d8. That's a 2. 7 with the weapon and 2 force damage.
Nice. And then the non-magical attack is reduced but the force damage isn't. As you kind of slash through this creature's skin and you kind of catch a bit of a leg appendage and like slash one of the tentacles, this spray of blood just completely covers you. So can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
This is why you use arrows.
Oh no.
By the way, David.
17.
Just so I'm super clear.
17. So you take 6 points of poison damage.
I would have stocked up on arrows before I came in, just so we're not playing.
Yeah, I'd assume.
You've only got 20 arrows.
Yeah, I'd assume the guards heading down into a dangerous warren of caves would have stocked up.
Oh hell yeah!
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got a wheelie suitcase full of arrows.
What do you then do?
Bonus action, I'm going to use Psionic Leap to get the fuck out.
Nice. Are you just jumping straight off into where the rabbits went, or are you following the path? Just need to clarify. Where are you leaping to?
The thing came from where the rabbits came. Like into, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the rabbit. I'm going to the path away where everyone else is running to.
Cool. Yeah. So you leap over. You land just behind. How far can you leap?
60 feet.
Whoa. Okay.
It's flying. I get flying speed, double my walking speed.
Nice.
So.
I'll say especially because it's just like a psionically controlled leap as well. I'm not going to make you make a save on whether or not you land.
Right.
But you do land in front of, like about 15 feet in front of Thorn.
Yeah. Cool.
Right on the edge.
That's a handy ability.
Captain.
Okay, so firstly, out of curiosity, do I recognise any of the faces in this mushy mound?
What a good
I
question.
will let you just make an investigation check without
That's a good question.
a free action.
Please tell me the captain's wife
That's
isn't in that.
21.
21.
Ex-wife.
So sorry.
I was thinking about Mac.
Interestingly, or rather, in a weird, comforting way, there are no guards that you've ever worked with. There are elements of them that you can see almost different races of people. Like you can see some elvish features popping out, some more human-looking people. This is a mash of different people. But yeah,
Not my men.
not your men, not
Not my team.
not your team. Nobody from the border patrol. Nobody that came down with the commander.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of comforting. All the
Good
same,
question.
this is a big scary beast. It's got people that are in my care pinned up against the wall. So I am going to... I'm going to throw some arrows. I'm going to shoot some arrows.
Just chuck them. Just throw them.
Just throw them. That's the way to do
That's
it.
how arrows
Over the
work.
edge, like a rabbit.
Now, I'm just having a look at something called exceptional training. And so when my beast companion doesn't attack, I can use my bonus action to take the dash, disengage, or help action. Get them to do the help action on their turn. So does that mean I can get an advantage on my attacks?
Yeah, use the bonus action first.
Yes, that is what I am going to do. So I'm using...
I would love for you to describe how the dog uses the help action.
Okay, I will tell you how the dog... So
Because I feel like you've thought of this.
my little toy poodle, Mopsy 2, kind of gives a really little snarl and wags it's like shaking its little body and comes up to me and just looks me in the eye, just like, sort it out, daddy. That's sad.
Also weirdly sexy.
Sexual.
Weirdly.
No, that's not what I meant.
In a fatherly way.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
Yeah, come on, Papa.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. You
Very
guys
Stranger
know when
Things.
I'm being sexual, and this was not intentional. Right, okay, so that is like, okay, I'm doing this for my dog and those people right there and everybody who I've lost, so that's going to help me. So that is a natural 20 for my first attack.
Very nice.
So that is with my longbow. So that's natural 20 plus 5. So that's 25 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Definitely hits.
Yeah.
Lovely. And because that is a crit, I double the dice damage? Because I very rarely get a crit on hits.
Yeah. So the way we do it, I know
roll?
actually the actual rules are different. I've read up. So roll the dice damage, double the number on the dice, and then add anything afterwards.
Okay. That is a 7, so that's 14 plus 2. That is 16 points of damage with my first arrow.
Very nice.
Ooh.
And that's, again, non-magical.
Non-magical.
Okay. Oh, there's still doubled, which is great.
It's not great if it's
No, it's
double
not.
and nothing.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think it'd be double. No.
It's just
It'd be
have
double.
to.
It's the flippancy with which it's said that makes me kind of go.
Yeah.
It's a magical weapon.
Well done.
It's not magical, but sure.
we got any magical weapons?
Do I still get advantage on my second attack?
Yeah, because they're helping you attack. I'll allow it.
I mean, you're
I've got
definitely
to give you guys some hope.
He's a
Yeah.
nice DM.
Who's going to kill everybody?
It's a natural 20.
It's another natural 20
Yes.
and a 19. The fuck?
With your other die that you rolled.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
Use them up. I love
Oh
it.
my god. No,
Whoa.
don't, David.
Well done, Papa.
I've never
Well done.
Well done,
Oh,
Papa.
Well
I
done,
love that your
Daddy.
toy poodle is right there being like, you've got this, you've probably got this.
And that is going to be 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Non-magical once again.
Oh no.
What do you do? Do you hang around? Do you run?
How shitty are Cade and Ferian looking?
They're looking pretty pained. And the more you watch, the more the creature is kind of like repeatedly like trying to pull them back and like push them back into that space.
I think he shot his arrows and he is terrified. He's never seen anything like this. So he is reluctantly going to run in the direction of where he's seen everybody else running.
Nice.
With dog in tow, obviously.
Yeah.
Scooped under my arm. It's only got little legs.
You'd be amazed how fast little legs can run.
Says the owner of a
Of
sausage
a very
dog.
little dog. Yeah, sausage dog, exactly.
So Cade and Firion start struggling and they're trying to get to their weapons in the way that they are being thrown around and slammed repeatedly against a wall. There is very little that they can do. There is a brief flash of a weapon from Firion as this sort of his blade comes swinging out and swipes across a tendril and he kind of drops to the floor, but this spike is still very much in him. So there is a small bit of damage, but even again, as who's left? Deacon, you're left sort of watching it. You can see this spray of blood that sort of passes across his face that like starts melting a little bit of his skin.
Oh no.
So it's your turn, Deacon.
Well, I think it's time to rage, don't you? With a little bit of a little wild surge going on there. Because, you know,
I love a good rage.
rage with the wild surge. So, yeah. It's time to get my magic on and see what happens.
Do it.
Nice.
Do it.
Has it worked? Do you roll for it?
Yeah, I do. But I don't know what's going to happen, do I?
Love it.
4.
What happens? So you go into a rage and... ...
Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force, and it gains the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end of the current turn.
Amazing.
A magic boomerang weapon.
A little magic boomerangy weapon. Yeah.
Just what you need to hit it with.
And it does
that
force
magic
damage.
Yes.
Force.
instead of normal damage.
Yes.
Magic
just
and force damage.
a moment when, you're seeing all of these other attacks not land.
Not lad.
Or, like,
Perfect.
and you're like, okay.
Come in! But it seems only right to use the Morning Star at that point, because that is Deacon's favourite weapon. Because he thinks it's ridiculous.
Tell us you're a barbarian without telling.
Yes, you're a barbarian. Ba-dunk, 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 ba-dunk.
Oh, make your attacks. Or do you attack? Do you run?
I attack. Of course I
don't know.
attack. Okay. 22.
22
Nice.
to hit. That hits.
Yeah.
So it is. Oh, that's sad. Really sad.
What'd you get?
So I've got 7.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
It's magical damage.
It's magical force
Magical damage.
Magical damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have a second attack?
Yeah. Might as well do the same thing again, I think. Yeah, why not? Because I've got Morningstar in my hand, so I might as well just keep swinging the damn thing.
Flash back, yeah.
Smash it out! Please do something better. So that's 21.
Definitely hits, yeah.
Yay! There we go. Come on. That's 9 points of damage.
Another 9 points of damage. Now, On the opposite
Daryl-
side of the table,
Daryl and
there's
me
a
have
lot
got
of
very
excited gesturing.
because
You have
Sarah,
two weapons
you've got because your rage. What did it did turn the weapon into light and thrown, didn't it?
I believe so, yes.
So barbarian, we think, me and Daryl from our excited pointing, you get a second attack anyway, which was that, but you could now use your bonus action to do a third attack because it now has the light property,
Yeah.
which would mean you can now use your bonus action to make a third attack.
Yes, but raging is a bonus action.
Oh.
But from now on, you can. I'll allow
I've got
that.
10 rounds of rage,
Yeah.
Exactly.
so I can just keep raging
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can. Your
From next
bonus
round.
action
Sorry,
is freed up.
we got
Yeah,
excited over on
we
this
did,
side
we
because
did,
we're
we
like,
did.
the light property means you get the extra attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah. I'm going to keep reading while we do.
Yeah.
Sorry, of course, rage bonus
so,
action.
do you run anywhere, Deacon, or do you stay planted where you are?
Ooh, stay planted. I know, I'm crazy. But I'm kind of between...
Bye.
well, so I'm guessing where the two people are skewered into the wall, and myself and them, and the people who have run off. I'm going to plant myself on the side of it. That means I've got access to the
escape route.
escape route, but I'm also in a position that I can fight off.
Amazing. Yeah. You're going to stay close enough to it, but between it and where the other four have run.
Exactly that.
Love it.
exactly that.
It is the creature's turn.
Christ.
And interestingly, it just kind of there's another. It's a natural 20 as well. Sorry, Firion. There's another skewer that comes out of its body and like scoops Firion up. This spike sort of passing sideways through his rib cage, and the whole thing turns, moves back towards the edge of the precipice, and just drops both Cade and Firion off the side. But then it does turn its attention toward you, Deacon, as
Nah.
first of all the last person to hit it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's going to make 2 attacks against you.
What kind of attack?
Melee weapon attacks. I mean, that's what they're categorized as, but that's just... so that's a 9 and a 17 to hit.
9 doesn't hit, 17 does.
17.
How far is Deacon away from me?
About 55 feet.
Okay.
Because Deacon didn't run and you jumped very far.
That's okay.
You jumped like a frog.
So yeah, the second attack, it's going to come up you with a bit of a harpoon arm. A little harpoon arm coming on.
Good.
Yep. So
Good.
that's
That sounds fine.
That sounds absolutely delightful.
Oh, I'm immune to harpoons. Just so you know.
So that's 22 piercing damage. As one of these wonderful grappling harpoony bits that got Rosie in the first place just slams into your shoulder, and you can feel it pass right the way through, open up in a little star, and kind of start dragging you back towards it, just on the back of your shoulder.
22, did you say?
22 piercing damage.
You're raging, aren't you?
You are raging, so that is halved. And you are technically grappled. So if you want to escape, you have to make an athletics or acrobatics check. And that's what it's going to do, is start reeling you in slowly. It is Thorn's turn.
Okay, I think... I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. How far away am I from the way out?
So you're, as in further on?
The exit I'm running towards.
Oh, you know this is probably a good 3-hour run.
3 hour?
Minimum.
To get out of this chamber?
Oh, to get out of the Warren.
Oh, no. I
just want to get away from this space.
chamber.
So currently, yeah, you're running along this very thin, narrow ledge.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to escape the whole thing.
Yeah. You're running along a very like, sort of 3 foot wide narrow ledge that drops off into a precipice. You have to follow this for a short while, leading into another small chamber that you then leads through to the rope bridge. So there's space. The issue really that you've got right now is that Eloise has landed in front of you and is blocking the path.
Good one, Eloise.
You're welcome to try to shift your way around Eloise in a hurry, but that will be a check.
Okay.
Or you
Stand by
could shove
corner.
her.
Oh.
Let's true. Yeah, I didn't.
Just
really-
options. Just options.
Didn't really-
Rabbit her.
You could do like you did with the rabbits.
Is there someone immediately behind me? Remind me. No, so I
Gale.
can go like 20 foot, can't I, before I get into Eloise?
You're about 15 foot off, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go as far as I can up to
Mhm.
Eloise. I won't shovel try and do anything clever.
Nice.
So I'll go as far as I can, whatever that is, 15 foot. Then let's just chuck a couple of arrows. As my captain did, I'll just throw 2 arrows at it.
Nice.
They were crits, I'll have you know.
Yeah,
You did
they
very-
were the
that's
best
why I'm
thrown
throwing them,
arrows.
because
Yeah.
it does living well. David,
Mm.
do a 9 or a 10 hit the creature.
No.
So I just throw 2 arrows at it
Yeah.
in a blind panic.
Essentially, again, you turn around, you try to aim up a shot, but with the captain and Gale also coming down this very narrow path, and it's slightly curving, you kind of fire out to try to get around them, trying to maybe catch a bit of wind. I don't know if there is in this cave. But yeah, no, your arrows just fly off into the darkness.
Yeah. Bonus action cry. And that's the end of my turn.
Nice. Gale.
Gale is going to follow after Thorn as far as she can get before the blockage begins.
15 feet.
Yep, so she's going to do that. Then she is going to, at this creature, cast Spiritual Weapon
Oh, nice.
in the form of a great axe. Just
Nice.
for flavour.
Nice.
Yeah, how far away am I from the creature? Within 60 feet is my
Within
real
60
question.
feet, yeah.
So in that case, she's going to just put out her hand like she's holding it, but instead of it just appearing in her hand, it sort of shoots out towards the creature and goes to do some chop.
Cool. Roll some damage. Oh, roll an attack for it.
I mean, I can just roll straight damage. That's absolutely fine.
You wish.
12?
Does not hit.
Better than 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery then. Because that's magic damage, isn't it?
That is? Yeah.
So she's going to turn to the creature and say, "Can I tell you a scary story?" And cast Vicious Mockery. And
Does it need to make a save?
wisdom saving throw.
That's brilliant. I like
It's
that.
a 19.
I'm not even going to look. I think that's the same.
So
man.
sorry. So no, you can't tell it a scary story. It is the scary story. Mm-hmm. Eloise, your turn. Yeah, as you sort of land, you
I
sort of
land and I
turn
see
to gather yourself.
and I see people like running up my
into the
back,
back of
and I'm
you.
like, oh wow. Can I see Deacon for where I am?
Yeah, you can just about see Deacon, especially with this glowing morning star in hand.
Swinging
And
right
as you turn, you're seeing this creature throw Caden Firion off the edge.
Yeah.
And it's
I see that, and then I look at Deacon. He's pinned down by it, and I squeeze through the gap and carry on.
nice.
Oh, bonus action! I will use psionic recovery and recover one of my psionic die as I
Amazing.
escape.
How far can you move down the space? How far can you move?
What's the impediment? Is it rough terrain or something? Or
It's just a very thin, narrow ledge that you've landed on. So if anyone were to try to squeeze around you, they would have fallen, basically.
oh,
Yeah. So, which basically, what's your speed?
30 feet.
Great. So you shuffle a good 30 feet further round, and like just as it kind of gets to the edge of like as far as you can move in this round, like it starts to open up into a wider space. Anything else?
I turn, I look at Gale, just give a nod, and I sheathe my weapon and carry on.
Y'all assholes.
Guys, we can't kill
love
Deacon
it.
in episode 2 of a 4-part Deacon miniseries.
It is.
Insert 3-part Deacon miniseries if it ends up being 3 parts. 2-part Deacon miniseries.
Well, it will be a
Ending
2-part at
here,
this
yeah.
rate.
Yeah. The good news is we'll all survive.
Captain, it's your turn.
Okay. I thought that maybe Deacon might run after me. He hasn't. 3 more people have died because I brought them down here. And I'm not happy about that. I'll look at the puppy-like person that is Deacon. I'll look at my very own puppy, Mopsy. And I move so that I'm within range of the stalker. And I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns, which if either of these 2 attacks hit, then it will be more magical, which I have a feeling.
Good shout.
So I'm just going to roll both of my attacks at the same time. It's not an advantage. I'm just doing my 2 attacks. Great, none of those hit.
Oh no! Why are we so bad this round?
It's the fear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fear's creeping in. So you sort of cast your spell on your arrows, and how does it look as they sort of fly past? And some of them probably do land in the flesh of this creature, but they just don't do any damage.
So it's like these thorns start to make their way out of my arrows as though reaching out. You know, like when vines are growing up a wall, they're reaching out trying to find something, as are these thorns reaching for the creature, but they just don't quite get it.
Nice. Do you have any other...
Captain, did you name that spell after me?
I don't hear that. Because he's too far running away.
Yeah. Do you, having attacked do you edge closer to Deacon? Do you start running away to find the others, to chase the others?
No, I'm not letting Deacon out of sight. So I shout to Deacon, "Deacon, run!" But I'm staying so that if Deacon gets to run, there's space for him to get past me. But I am also I'm still near the ledge.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of just right at the entrance of it. Kind of
so
thing.
I'm within range with the creature. I can try and run away, but I'm not leaving until Deacon is away from the creature.
Absolutely. And Deacon, it's your turn.
Lovely. Well, as Deacon has got a skewer through the shoulder, what Deacon is going to do is use a hand axe to chop that off.
Nice, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay,
please
so that's the first action.
Make your attack.
14.
Oh no, 14 is the armor class. Amazing. So that succeeds. I saw that roll and I was like, oh dear.
If you hit the AC exactly, they
Just hit
instantly
it.
die.
Yeah, that's the roll. I mean, not quite.
Not quite. So yes.
But
okay.
enough that, you can roll your damage. And actually, you don't have to roll the damage on this. Like, I'll take that as your escape. Is that, you slice through the appendage.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Slice through the appendage. Bugger this for a game of soldiers. Go. Slice that off. Deacon is going to do one more attack before offing with everybody else. Got the drift, basically. So, again, he likes Morningstar, so he's going to go back with that idea again just before he disappears. Please roll better than 12. So that's 19.
19 hits. Yeah, roll your damage.
Yeah.
13 points of damage.
Yeah,
magic damage.
Amazing stuff. Can you also make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Sure.
As you're bashing this thing apart and putrid blood is spraying in your face.
12.
So you do not succeed. So you take 12 points of poison damage, and you become poisoned.
Oh.
Which I think is mostly just what the first level of exhaustion is giving you anyway. There's a lot of crossover going on. But
Yeah.
Oh no, but was Deacon
Wait, how many
exhausted?
bits
No,
of-
Deacon wasn't exhausted.
I was.
Yeah.
So, sorry, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Yeah. So then do you start running?
Absolutely.
Have you got anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Another attack.
Wait, have I got another attack?
You've got 2 weapon fighting, right?
I do. Yeah.
Make your other attack there. Make another attack.
With full damage. So it's you can add all your stuff.
No.
For
That's
two
not
weapon, for 2 weapon
Oh,
fighting, you
what?
can.
No, if you've got a feat. But everyone's got 2 weapon fighting unless you've got a specific.
Oh,
thing.
right. I thought that was your. No, that's.
No, I think everyone just has
No.
2 weapon fighting.
Yeah.
I think.
So it's just a straight roll, basically. There's no straight roll and strength.
You add your strength to the roll to see if you hit, but you don't
attack
add
roll.
it to the damage.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you add barbarian stuff. I don't understand barbarians.
So there'd be +4 for strength.
13.
13 doesn't hit, unfortunately. No.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, you turn to go. One last whack.
And, like, because of the thing in my arm, I'm a little bit off kilter. Do you know what? I'm just going to move. And I have 40 foot. I can go.
Oh, amazing. So yeah, you go charging past Garibaldi there, right up. I'll say you're probably about 10 feet off of Gale, with Thorn just in front of her.
Yeah. And as I go past, I'll be like, heard you, Captain, I'm off. So, like, Garibaldi knows that it's because of what he said that I'm off. I've listened.
Good.
Nice.
Well done.
Rare.
Mopsy kind of in appreciation.
The creature, the stalker, is then going to turn its attention to the only person vaguely left on the platform.
No! But he's so near retirement.
And first of all, this kind of like teeth chattering, rattling noise as like loads of different parts of it like clatter together. The bones start, but this noise echoes out. So everybody within 60 feet, which is actually everybody, I would say, apart from Eloise, needs to make
Eloise blocking our way.
needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this against being charmed or frightened?
This is against being frightened.
Thank you.
That's your catchphrase.
It's my
lately,
catchphrase
isn't
for
it?
all my characters.
Tanuki, Orin.
Don't think Orin does.
No, it doesn't. Did you?
I rolled another natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Oh,
And I got an
20.
unnatural 20.
Oh yeah.
Which throw was it? Or what?
You just beat a
Wisdom.
15, right?
Oh, okay. 13.
13. So, and Captain, do you know what? There is something inside of you that is feeling brave. You're like, Deacon's passed. He's safe.
I've saved one life. Kind of.
Exactly. You stare this down, but then you look over at Deacon, who, hearing this rattling noise, has gained another point of exhaustion, which means that your speed is halved.
Oh no.
And like, whether or not it's the noise, the sheer drop into darkness beside you, Deacon, the brief bit of light that you all have around you trying to carry these hidden lanterns and attack and all the rest of it. Yeah, Captain, you look over it and Deacon is barely moving, is edging along this path.
Okay.
David, I know it won't work, but can I use my reaction to try and make it charmed?
No.
No, cool.
You can use your reaction, but it doesn't work. No, it's immune to being charmed.
Just gotta
as
check
well.
these things.
So
I was going to do something very similar. Just
there
to
is-
know.
I will shout at
Just
everyone
to
on my
know,
turning.
yeah.
It can't be
it
charmed.
is going to whip across a spiked bone appendage, just like sort of lashing out at you, Captain Gary with 2 R's. And that is a 21 to hit,
That hits. Yeah.
Whoa.
which is a 14 piercing damage
Yep.
as it kind of spikes you and then like grips away.
Is his reaction.
It
Right.
is then Thorn's turn.
Okay, so Thorn. Let's just try and shoot it. How's it looking?
Absolutely horrible, horrific.
I mean, it's like all the stuff that's going into it.
It was
Is
covered
doing
in-
anything to it.
doesn't look like it's stopping.
We just need to run. Just need to run.
I can't.
Okay, let's just try and shoot it. I don't think this is doing anything. Utter pants. 11 and a 12.
Oh,
No, they don't hit.
Yeah, I think Thorn's having a bit of a moment here.
Just to say, I need to roll for concentration because I keep Hail of Thorns until it actually hits anything.
yeah.
As long as I stay concentrating, but obviously you hit me.
Oh yeah, please do roll
Hence
that
my
out.
listeners, my hand was in the air like I was at school.
Very nice.
What do I do to roll for concentration?
So you roll a Constitution check, and then I think it's the dice plus your Constitution, and you have to hit 10 or above.
I rolled an 11, so
Great.
You
keep,
still
I
have
keep
it.
concentration. Sorry, Ben. Back to you.
You're very, very welcome because it gave me time to think. And the answer is, I don't know what to do. I've got nothing useful. I'm just gonna carry on. How far down can I walk before I bump into Eloise?
You got 30 feet along, right? So 30 feet.
Cursing the fact that Eloise walks so slowly, I will walk as far as I can along the ledge.
You can only walk 5 feet faster.
At this point, everything helps.
Yeah. So yeah, you come right up behind Eloise, and like I say, the space, the path has opened a tiny little bit more. Not enough to stand next to her.
Okay.
But if she were to take a few more steps forward, you could at least get onto a wider platform. Yeah.
Okay. That's me.
Nice. Gale.
And from where he's gone, like, is that like the exit as it widens, or like, how is that like?
Yep. So like I say, you need to get to that point, which will then it'll widen up, lead into a small set of tunnels, which you know the route through, which will lead to the rope bridge.
And we know this creature can't fit in there.
That's the way out, as far as you know. Otherwise, you could be wandering around here for days.
Cool. And how near the monster am I?
You're about 55 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were within 60 feet to cast spiritual weapon, which is still up. It's still sort of floating about.
So, with my bonus action, I'm going to move spiritual weapon and try and axe it again.
Please do. Make your attack.
19?
19 hits.
Yeah! Take that, you thing. I'm not entirely sure what level I cast it as, but in the interest of being honest, I used the spell slot and I'm going to do the damage from that particular spell slot. I've kind of lost track of what it was. That was just a retcon. 10 force damage.
10 force damage.
So that's my bonus action.
Stalker dies.
No, the stalker's nowhere near being dead. Sorry, guys.
What have you put?
It's nowhere near being dead.
No. Looks disgusting. Like I say, appendages have fallen off and others have come out.
Just because it doesn't waste anything, I'm going to say. Are you sure you don't want to hear a scary story? And cast vicious mockery again.
Amazing. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. That was a 5 altogether. Yeah, so you succeed.
So then it takes 7 psychic damage as well.
7 points of psychic damage. Amazing.
And then I'm going to go, I assume it's 30 foot to Thorn.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to take my full movement then to catch up with Thorn.
Fantastic.
Who's muttering and looking at their bow like their bow's broken.
Mm-hmm. And she's going to sort of cast a look at Deacon and be aware of where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is Deacon versus them? Because if they've been able to get
You're about 45 feet away.
behind them.
Yeah. Because they ran basically for 2 rounds. They got caught a little bit in the middle.
Oh, right. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you stayed planted for a long time.
Only 1 round.
No, that's a good point. You got right up behind Gale, didn't you? Oh, no, that's good that you're only 30 feet away then. Oh, yeah. It's fine because you moved 40.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm only 1 round behind. I'm not as far behind. I was going to say I didn't think I was far behind.
So yeah, you're about 30 feet away. Yeah, because you got right up behind Gale.
Yeah.
So, great.
Cool.
Eloise, it's your turn.
Gonna dash.
Dash.
Sprint.
Nice. Do you know where you're going?
No. What's in front of me?
So as you're kind of edging around, you pull up your hooded lantern to have a sort of a clearer look of the path. And the path widens out into another small precipice space that has a tunnel going into the wall. From there are more tunnels that you can see. It branches off.
Right. Can I ask Gal a question, like free action?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one answer to it next time?
No, I'll let you have a quick chat at that point.
Gal, which way now?
That way. And she points to the right way.
The right way
where
is
she is,
the direction
it's all
of
a gesture
fronty
just
righty,
forwards.
or like the correct way?
The correct way, as best she knows, which is which way, David?
Well, it's incredibly complicated. There's lots of lefts, lots of rights. Really, Gale needs to be at the front of the queue to describe those, to get you
You
through.
go left, right, and then like up a bit, and then right, and then round, and then down, and then left again, and then right, and then left, then right, then left, then right, and then up and down, and left and right.
In the middle of all that is Thorn cursing people for walking slowly and fiddling with a bow in between you two.
Eloise goes to to sprint, but then like kind of jerks to a stop, and then like hesitates, looks around, and goes, "What? That made no sense."
Wait for me, and I'll show you.
Yeah, and like she'll still like still take 30 feet of movement to get the fuck away from the monster.
Yeah.
And just walk and wait where the path widens out for everyone to catch up to her.
Amazing. Do you want to use your action, ready your action as a dash?
Yes.
Ooh,
To get the fuck out if the monster can change its form and slither through, you know. You
So
never
yeah,
know.
as soon as like someone is leading the way, you're like they're behind them.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, you kind of edge your way along, pull out, run your 30 feet, and are like, cool.
Cool. Which way?
Which way?
Yeah, leaving.
Amazing. It is then the captain's turn.
Going to run up to Deacon. I'm going to touch him on the shoulder, and that's not even my voice or his voice. What am I doing? Right. I'm going to run up to Deacon. I'm going to touch him on the shoulder, and I am going to cast Longstrider, which lasts for an hour and gives him an extra 10 feet of movement.
Amazing. So you're up to 30
feet.
Good stuff.
It's not too shabby.
No.
Not
really
a man
good.
of action.
Then for my bonus action, my little Mopsy's getting all angry about the whole situation, and so it decides to. Mopsy's going to run up to it and try and maul.
Mopsy's
Amazing.
What?
Please make your attack rolls.
What?
It's an angry little dog. It's also, by the way, animal levels. It's a primal companion, so it can be resummoned.
Don't panic when I inevitably kill this poor puppy.
Yeah. But it's you know it's a protective little thing. It's a little toy poodle, but it's got a lot of spirit. 14.
Me.
14 hits.
Yeah.
Come on, Mopsy.
Come on, Mopsy.
Okay.
Love an animal attack. They're the best.
And that is 7 points of damage. Now, because it's a primal companion, it's magical, right?
Yeah.
So that's a magical attack.
That's a magical attack.
Cool.
That's a magical puppy then.
That's a magical puppy.
Magical puppy damage.
Yeah. Starts mauling away.
No. It's lots of little tiny longbows.
Sure. With its tiny longbow teeth.
Okay, it got weird.
Longbows with little teeth that it fires.
And it just starts like shredding one of the appendages. Yeah. Eating its way through.
Beautiful.
We got anything else? Or you're right up behind Deacon?
Right up behind Deacon, yeah. Moved as much as I can.
Fantastic. Deacon, it's your turn.
Cool. Can I just double check what the second level exhaustion
Is that your speed is halved.
That's it. There's nothing else.
Nothing
Okay,
else. So
cool.
you currently have disadvantage on ability checks and your speed is halved.
But then you've got plus 10, so you've got 30
Yeah.
speed because
Yeah.
you're already at
That's-
40, which is
Pretty hefty.
Good rangering.
So, whilst feeling a little bit hazy, Deacon has some javelins. So before he's gonna like run off into, because doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
But at the same time, might as well do some damage while he can.
Yep.
So it's gonna go for the whole like javelin chuck thing and going off, and that's the action for now. So wants to throw some javelins.
Please do.
Absolutely delighted. Obviously, he's still raging. That's
Yeah.
still a thing.
Still a thing.
I rolled a 3, so I'm going to give myself some luck.
Nice.
This is my second use of luck.
Ooh. Second exhaustion level, second luck.
That was so good.
Second episode.
Second episode. Final episode as well.
23.
23 hits. Yeah. Roll your damage.
23 starts with a 2.
And 2 plus 3 is 5.
Oh, 5 divided by 2.
What am I doing? I'm
shut up,
rolling
both of you.
wrong thing, everybody. I'm rolling the wrong thing. 11.
11 points of
And
damage.
1 plus 1 is 2.
Don't mock
The
my math
stalker
skills.
dies.
Amazing. No,
I'm
that
not
is
mocking
that
your
is
maths. I am.
Grace would like to attack Ben.
the 11 is non-magical damage though,
It's
isn't it?
magical because it's rage. It's my magical rage.
But that was applied to one weapon. Your
Was
Morning Star.
I think it's anything that I do within my rage. Let me check.
I think it said you choose one weapon.
I didn't know that. Otherwise, I'd have used the Morning Star.
Because wasn't the wild magic thing that you got was like boomerang weapon?
But only on the Morning Star.
So you
Oh.
can chuck the Morning Star.
Yeah, check the Morning Star. I will take all of
And it
this.
will reappear in your hand.
But I don't know what its range is.
Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding.
Oh, shite. I thought it was whichever weapon I chose.
But if you want to do all of that again, taking the same numbers, yeah. Just say that you're throwing your Morningstar instead.
Can I throw my Morningstar? Because technically I should have my Morningstar in my hand and I should be 5 feet away.
No, but because of until your rage ends, the weapon's damage changes to force against light and thrown properties with normal range of 20, long range of 60. So
it'd be a disadvantage.
it would be at disadvantage because you're further than 20 feet away from it, which means you'd have to roll. We'd have to roll again.
So you're saying non-magical attacks haven't been doing any damage?
Doing a lot less damage. Yeah.
So it still did damage.
Oh yeah, you've still done 108 points of damage to it.
It's probably just done a little bit less damage than if you throw your Morningstar. But if you throw your Morningstar, there's a chance.
But also, I feel like damage is not damaging it that much.
No, I feel like it's not.
This thing has got like 7,000 hit points. Or maybe it like gets healed every time it gets damage.
Crack up, whether you said I got disadvantage. Why did I have disadvantage?
Because you're too far away from it. Yeah.
I'm curious because it says with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet.
Yeah, so...
What does that mean?
What that means is anything within 20 feet, if you throw it, it's just a straight roll. Anything from 20 to 60 is a disadvantage. And anything outside of 60 is an automatic fail.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's still doable, just a bit harder.
But if I rolled... I can't remember what the hell my first roll was. But so if I rolled another good... just D20, I could just use it. If it happened to go that way, everything that I'd done could just stand.
Exactly.
But if you roll bad...
If I roll bad...
0.
Yeah. Retcon.
So I'm going to use my Morningstar because that's the one that has the wild surge on it, and I'm going to throw that.
Cool. Yep, so it's... it would be a disadvantage because the creature is just outside of the normal range, the 20 feet that you get with wild magic. But give it a go. Throw it out. At least you know the Morningstar is going to pop back into your hand, whether or not you hit or miss.
So handy.
Non-natural 20.
20.
Ooh.
Okay, but then roll for disadvantage. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
What did you just roll there, Sarah?
That might be a natural 1.
Oh, no.
So, natural 1. Here are your choices. Do you hit the captain? Or do you hit Mopsy 2?
Oh, no. He's a mean DM.
I'm giving you the choice. Bad thing happened. You got your 1. So yeah, you turn. The captain's there. You throw that Morningstar out. Is it hitting the captain directly in the back because you panicked and someone has like gotten directly up behind you, or is it flying around and as Mopsy is kind of being flailed around on an appendage, catching Mopsy too?
Mopsy's not being flailed around just yet.
Or dog that can come back.
I like the idea that Mopsy is like latched on and is like tearing it away and it's kind of like
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mopsy's still attacking, but not being attacked
Mopsy's
yet. Okay.
Mopsy's doing damage, like fully in the fray.
Little tiny longbow teeth sinking in.
I mean, I'm going to have to obviously pick the dog because
Don't play this episode to Humphrey.
I will not play this to Humphrey.
So
my
upset.
dog will be so traumatized. But yeah, I'm going to have to pick the dog.
Please roll your damage
This is a
then.
content warning for dogs.
God, don't make me do it.
If your
Primal
owner's-
companion.
And I
if-
don't
Summon
if the owner's-
back.
if your
You know
owner has
what
gone out the house
damage
and left this
Morningstar.
podcast on dogs,
Yeah.
turn off now.
And it's based on Mopsy 1, who is happily safe with his ex-wife somewhere.
They've both been killed by the monster.
No, they haven't.
They haven't.
They moved. Away.
How much?
That's what we say.
The Mopsy one went to live on a farm.
How much damage was that?
10 points of
10
damage.
points of damage. How's Mopsy looking as it takes a Morningstar to the back of the head?
This might be the worst thing I've ever done in my
It's
life.
okay. Still got 30 hit points left.
Yes, Mopsy 2.
Mopsy 2 is
tough.
hench for a toy poodle.
Yeah.
Yes, go
Wow.
on, Mopsy 2.
So yeah, a bit of a stunned expression, sort of drops to the floor, shoots you an expression.
And Deacon obviously expects, I'm so sorry, that wasn't intended for you. Not at all.
You also get a look from Gary.
Again, not intended for the dog. Do you know what I mean? Obviously aiming for the big thing with the tentacles, right? Let's all be clear. Fetch.
So,
Fetch.
what do you do? Turn and run?
Yes, I turn around.
Nice.
Right, I need to get out of here.
You get your 30 feet along, and you catch up right behind Gale again. It's then the Stalker's turn. So it's going to make a few attacks. And one of those is to harpoon Mopsy 2.
It's not a real dog.
That's a 16 to hit.
13 plus PB.
Proficiency bonus, which is 3.
Oh, yeah?
So it's
Meets
Say
it.
that misses. That would be brilliant.
beats it.
Okay, so yeah.
No. So my attack meets it.
No, hang on. Meets it, beats it. No, meets it for the saving throw, isn't it? Beats it for the...
No, meets it, beats it, as in if I reach that
Everything.
number,
Yeah.
it succeeds, the roll succeeds.
Yeah.
So
So you get hit.
that's 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh!
And the target is grappled as a spike drives its way through Mopsy's lower half, we'll say, and opens to clamp in on the other side.
Magical dog, not real.
Yeah, really important to remember.
It's then going to use the rest of its attack to just throw Mopsy over the side.
Oh no!
And then it's going to start crawling toward you all along this narrow ledge. And as it kind of moves toward this very narrow space, its appendages just attach to the wall and the sheer drop and start dragging its way along this space. It is Thorn's turn.
Okay, shooting arrows at it isn't doing anything at all.
Nope.
I've told everyone to run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna... How far away is
it?
For a start?
It's about 40 feet from you.
Yikes. Yep. And how far away is Eloise from me?
About 30 feet. You carried on running, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't dash, so yeah, I think...
So just 30 feet. And you're readying your dash for when someone comes up who's got a better idea.
I'm going to do the same. I'm going to head 30 feet along, and then I'm going to ready my dash for when Gale goes past to follow Gale.
Amazing. Yeah, so you dive into the tunnel, sort of reach the bit of landing, dive into the tunnel, and you come straight up to Eloise. There is a bit more space in these tunnels that you can move around each other. But I think you're both just stood there in the darkness like, where are we going?
Where are we going?
This thing has already started branching.
Yeah, so that is it.
Ready your action for when Gale appears. Brilliant. Gale, it's your turn.
Does the tunnel look like when we get in there, the monster's not going to fit?
Doesn't look like it could fit, but it's also definitely following you.
I think if it's following us, I'm going to need to cast Counter Charm. Which means that until the end of my next turn, I'm telling it a scary story, even though it doesn't want to hear one. And it means that anyone within 30 feet of me, which I believe is...
Everyone, I think.
Everyone.
Except for Gary?
You two have kind of run on ahead through a tunnel.
Oh, right,
so I would say it's just Gary and Deacon.
Guys, yeah.
Currently.
And Mopsy too?
Mopsy too has been thrown.
You're gone. I'm not 100% sure whether it includes me or not, but I'll look that up. Has advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Amazing.
Because I feel like we need that.
And that's, even as you move, that's then anyone that's within 30 feet of you, right? As an action, you can start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. As in, you got all of this turn and actually the whole of your next turn as well.
Yeah. As I move, does that mean the 30-foot radius
Stays with you.
stays with me?
But also, everybody's got a turn before it's the Stalker's turn again.
Yeah. I'm next to Deacon currently, right? But if I move 30 feet, I'm no longer within range of Deacon anymore, right?
That's true.
Yeah, but we're waiting.
Oh, but you've got a turn before the Stalker.
Exactly,
And
yeah,
also
yeah.
I'm
then-
right next to you, so it doesn't matter. So you can. I will literally be on the edge of it. So actually, no. If you can only move 30 feet, then I
Yeah,
would
so
still
you will
be
have
on the edge
moved
of
up
it,
by
right?
the time you're in trouble. I'm also gonna turn to you, Deacon, and give you a wink as I am retelling the plot of Scream to the Stalker.
This old one, right?
and thus inspiring you
Nice.
with 1d8.
Yes.
Amazing.
because you love that story so much, Deacon.
Yeah, I did.
It's true.
And then I'm going to move 30 feet.
Great. So yeah, you come around it again. You move right up to where Eloise and Thorn are, and having used your action, do not pass them. But they are very much listening to you tell a scary story, which I'm sure is exactly what you need in this situation, right, guys?
Yep.
Brilliant. It is then Eloise's turn.
Can I see the monster coming out?
From where you are, no. You can't see the creature at all anymore because you're within a tunnel.
All right, can I hear it?
You can hear scraping. You can hear the panicked cries of the others.
You can hear.
That's dark.
Oh.
Hey, it's still got 9 hit points left. Who knows? I believe in Mopsy. Mopsy's probably on a little ledge.
Sure.
Poops out of
Yeah.
existence.
That couple 100-foot fall.
I know, yeah.
Didn't do nothing to it.
They've got a little
It's gonna be
tea
fine.
party going on.
Spin-off adventure.
Spin-off adventure.
Mopsy 2.
Yeah.
The further adventures of Mopsy 2.
Yeah.
So Gale's cast a spell that's boosted us, I would have felt that. Something like
Yeah. So
thrown through my body.
exactly. Hearing this story actually does have a calming effect.
It's a really good story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you another one if you want.
Buckle in.
Survive first. Fight or run. Decide now.
You just talking to yourself? Or
Talking to the group. Fight.
Run.
Everyone's
or
running.
Run.
Run.
Which way?
I
Just
told
right.
you, left, right, right,
No,
left.
just left for now, and then just direct me as we go.
Is it left now? Or is it up
you.
to me? Yes, left now.
Inside check. just don't trust Gale. 17.
Is it left?
It is left.
Yep.
Let's fucking run left.
Cool. Yeah, you get about 10 feet before there's another branch.
Distance. Left and which way? Left and where? Like left and right? Was it left?
Straight.
You can't quite see her from this distance now, but
no.
hearing her, I don't know whether or not you trust the way she said straight.
Oh no. I'm going to wait.
Cool.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to stop, turn, and I can't see anyone. Gonna draw Winter's Kiss again. Draw the sword back out. Like, something is foul in the air, and it's a smell I'm accustomed to. And I'm just gonna stand my ground and wait.
Nice. Captain Gary, it's your turn.
Okay, I see my precious Mopsy thrown over the precipice, but their sacrifice and their bravery will not be in vain, and I will summon them again, should I make my way out of this myself. So I'm going to use that to drive me on. How far is Deacon in front of me?
You ran, didn't you?
30
feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm only going to be able to run 30 feet. So there's no point in me wasting my action to dash. So
I'd actually say with that 30 feet, you probably got up to the ledge. So if you did want to dash past Deacon, you could.
Oh, okay then. I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
Get myself behind Gale. Action dash. Boom.
Nice. Yep, you're right up behind Gale. Like, you're in that little space. Eloise, as you're sort of just turning up, Eloise has just darted out of this, down left.
Does she know where she's going? Or are we following you?
I know where I'm going.
Lead the way.
Great. As you're all kind of edging down, Deacon, I'm kind of slightly break out of initiative at this point because you are all just running. Yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Deacon, you are slightly behind everybody. So, as you're the last one to sort of dart into the tunnel, you see this creature just literally crawling, grabbing its way right along the ridge, right along the wall, and even as you're kind of running into the tunnel, it's reaching the end of the tunnel. Gale, where are you leading everyone?
Straight.
Nice. You're gonna go left first?
Yeah, I'm going to go left and then straight. Yeah. No. I was giving you the right direction.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Can everybody please make dexterity saving throws, please?
Dex
As you
saving
start
throws.
charging through tunnels, in the dark, your lanterns dancing around, the dancing lights, which are still kind of following, little burning things, still following Gale.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, please.
We all have advantage.
Oh, well, because of your
I've
thing.
got advantage on this.
you.
Yeah, anyway.
Nice. That's
I
nice.
just rolled a natural 1, so thank you.
Yeah.
I was just going like, oh, I cast that too late. Then I was like, no, because we're all within 30 feet.
Yeah. The entire time, this scary story following Gale.
She's so she's so preoccupied with telling the story.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
She scores very badly.
Oh no.
What did
I,
you
I rolled a natural 1, but luckily I didn't.
Added on.
with advantage?
Yeah, which means she rolled 4, I think. Yeah,
4.
Oh.
Okay, so
What, did you roll 2 natural ones then?
a 1 and a 3 is what I rolled.
Oh.
That's bad.
yeah, what
I
did
got
everyone
advantage,
get?
but I didn't bother to do any further on it because I got a non-natural 20.
So we got a 4
What if
from
you get a natural 20 though?
non-natural.
No, I'm going for non-natural 20. I got a 19.
Yeah,
Just gonna stick with it.
nice. You got a 4.
4.
I got a 23.
19.
18.
Fantastic. As like a group roll, I will say there is a point that as you're darting round a tunnel, Gale goes flying. Like literally hits, like takes a corner too quickly, hits, goes tumbling across the floor, but with all of you right there behind her. Like there is a brief moment of like, trip over her. She's up on her feet again.
Okay.
And you are running till eventually, the tunnels open out and there is a rope bridge
Oh my gosh.
out
Another rope bridge.
directly into the darkness. Now, Gale, you know this bridge, you trust its bridge, and you just start across it. Everybody else, what are you doing?
Same thing.
Same. Gonna go across the bridge.
I will cast guidance on myself
Nice.
and sprint across the bridge. Is it light? Can we see anything?
No, in fact, you cannot see the other side of the bridge.
I'm going for it. Run across the bridge.
And Diggy's gonna ask first. So it's all right. Should we be doing this?
And then she does that thing that I like to do on rope bridges, where she like rocks it from side to side and says,
no.
"We are safe, we are safe as houses on this bridge."
Deacon goes, all right then, I'm coming. And just
Great.
goes.
Any reservations from the captain?
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of take a little moment to just investigate how load-bearing this seems to be with everybody else running onto it.
Very fair point.
That would be a 23.
23. It actually looks pretty secure. You couldn't drive a cart across it. You don't think that creature would be able to cross it. But all of you, a little bit spaced out. I think you're actually quite trusting in the way that this is tied.
All right.
From what you can see.
From what I can see, it's the best option we have.
Yeah.
Running over, dashing everything.
Can I ask David, just as we're dashing on, are we still hearing the creature, or has it sort of faded into the distance?
Make a perception check.
22.
22. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear movement. And you've spent a bit of time in here. You can hear movement that you do not normally hear.
Get across the bridge.
Does it sound like this is coming through the tunnel to the bridge?
No. It sounds like it is following you in different ways.
Go.
So cutting the bridge isn't going to necessarily help us from where we can hear them.
If you can get to the other side.
Okay.
This is quite a long bridge. Can you all make... I'm going to say an athletics check to see how fast you can run across it.
Got 2 points of
Athletics.
exhaustion.
De Gale's
Charms.
It's
added
the
to
end of
anything.
my next turn.
Oh, what I would say is anyone with a first level of exhaustion is making this a disadvantage.
Yeah, I was
because
going to
you
say,
have
and
disadvantage on ability checks.
I've got 2 levels of
I
exhaustion.
just rolled a natural 20.
Does that make any difference or just
the
still with
second
it?
level just affects your speed.
Right.
What was this?
It's an athletics check.
So I said I cast guidance on myself.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got bardic inspiration.
I mean-
You've also got bardic inspiration.
What a
Remind me
waste.
what bardic inspiration is for me?
1d8 if you need it on top
6
of your
minus 1, 5.
Could you say athletics?
Athletics.
Yes.
So, Eloise, what'd you get?
13.
13. Thorn?
5.
What?
With guidance.
Gary?
a 10.
10. Gale?
13.
13.
17.
17. Deacon is on it. I think you are pretty close behind Gale, and then it gets to the point that Gale is not being fast enough for you, so there is a brief shimmy where you make your way in front instead. And yeah, you make a good way. You don't reach the other side. That's how long this is. But as you get pretty close to it, you can feel the sort of, you get past the middle sag of the bridge, and you're sort of coming up the other side. Can everybody make a dexterity saving throw as the entire bridge is shaken at the other end?
Oh no.
The end you got on at.
We're not at advantage anymore on this, are we? This is just
a saving throw.
Just a straight roll.
Is this an exhaustion disadvantage?
No.
Good.
I get
Natural 20!
You get so many of those. That's mad.
This is the natural 20 bowl. For the listeners, I am pointing to where me and Grace are currently rolling.
What type of throw is this one? Sorry.
This is a dexterity saving throw. So basically, your target is 30.
Way!
13 and above, you manage to keep a hold of the rope.
Great.
And stay on the bridge.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody below? Brilliant. So yeah, this entire brilliant. Good. It's
What
really
a
good.
dude.
This entire bridge shakes. Like it's almost as if someone has grabbed the end and like whipped it, and like this ripples along. Because you're all running along slightly panicked anyway, like you grab the hold of the side, are thrown up, all of your feet come off of the wooden boards, slam back down. You keep trying to run. Can everyone make another athletics check to see how fast you can run?
Oh my god.
Disadvantage for those with first level of
I
exhaustion.
don't have time to cast guidance on myself, do I? I'm too busy running.
Athletics?
I'm guessing.
I'll say no, yeah, for this one. Athletics.
Heck.
Okay.
Same roll again.
Got it.
We'll go around.
14.
Deacon. 14 for Deacon.
11.
11 for Gale.
4.
Ooh.
4 for Gary.
7.
Cool.
13.
13. Okay, so again, Deacon, having like just held on, you run and you are nearly off. You can just about start making out a bit of stonework, a bit of like grey, dark stone, just peeking out of the darkness, but you're not quite there yet. Everybody else, it's shaking you up. It's trying to keep your feet on these boards. There is just a pit, an abyss beneath you. It's being thrown around. Can you all make another dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh,
Straight roll.
Goodness me.
Trying to kill us.
I don't like to say I had advantage.
Oh, actually, it was 6 last time. I forgot it was saving roll.
Oh no. Oh no.
So it's actually the same target again. So 13 above.
14!
19.
Great. Who failed that?
Me.
Oh, did I need to do it as well? Sorry.
Yeah.
Just
please,
I got it.
You're almost there, but you're still on the bridge.
14.
14, that just succeeds.
Just.
The rope bridge snaps
Oh no.
at the edge that you got on at. And those that succeeded hold on as this bridge swings down and slams into a wall. Those that did not succeed do not hold on and fall into the darkness.
Wait, who's fallen? Who's fallen?
Eloise and Gary.
Yeah.
Eloise and Gary.
Those of you who have collided with the wall, you take not too bad. 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and hang there in the darkness for a moment.
Bloody hell.
Coming, Mopsy.
What do you do?
I was the furthest ahead, wasn't I? So
You're holding on to the rope banisters. That's not what you call them, but the ropes of the rope bridge. The slats of the wood that you were running on. You think you could get your fingers between them, actually, it might be an easier grip to climb, but you are just about holding on.
So Deacon will call back to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else on here? Anyone else hanging on?
I'm still hanging on. I've got an idea.
Still just about hanging on. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Gary?
Eloise?
Mopsy?
Okay, I think I Pops. Genius. I'm just gonna.
One side of the bridge slackens
David,
a bit.
how far am I from the top of the bridge?
Probably about 30-foot climb.
30-foot climb. Misty step to the top.
Nice.
Oh.
Misty step to the top, and I'm chucking a rope down.
Oh, okay. So, is it somewhere you have to see?
Yes. Can I see the top?
Actually, I say with your lantern, you sort of glance it up a little bit.
If it makes it
Oh, and
more manageable.
what's your dark vision? That's
60
feet,
foot.
right? Then yeah, you
But
can. just
also,
about see it.
I have a climbing speed.
Oh, you can climb up then.
I have a climbing speed because I'm level 6 ranger.
Yeah.
Cancel the Misty step.
Save that for some other time.
Can I
start climbing
up?
Yeah.
And can I?
Do all three of you climb? Are you all?
That's what I'm going to have a look at.
And what I would like to do, if I may, if I'm feeling confident climbing myself, can I start passing out the rope to the other two as I climb up?
As you get past them?
As I get past them, I'm going to give you rope.
Can I see the top?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Then yeah, I'd say you could all just about start seeing the top of
Then
the...
I'm going to face step to the top.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically Misty Step. But yeah, is that what you want to do?
I mean, yeah. Then I can start like getting a rope down.
Doing it that way.
Yeah.
Combine the two answers. Do you want to pass a rope around?
Yep.
And then you teleport up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring you up a rope.
Yeah.
What happens when you teleport with a rope?
What I'm going to say is that the rope suddenly pulls taut to do it like that.
Yeah.
That you almost physically move through the
Teleporting
space.
physics.
Yeah, carrying the rope up with you. When you reach the top, there's a figure stood there.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh.
Wait, am I up the top now as well?
Nope.
Wait, oh.
Not yet.
So they didn't give me...
So you
Oh, no, I'm giving you the rope on the way up.
way past.
So, Thorn has climbed past everybody, past the rope to Deacon and Gale. Gale then teleports up to the top. So everybody has a hold of the rope, and it's hanging down. Gale, what you see is a dark-robed figure, sort of crook-like staff in hand.
Brilliant.
Pale, white face with a permanent grin across.
Great.
And it just pushes you.
Oh, we're all tied onto a rope.
And the two of you see Gale fall past you. Can you both make dexterity saving throws?
I will grip on as hard as I
make
can.
it a strength saving throw, I would say.
Oh, I've got advantage on dexterity.
No, because it's whether or not you're like
Strength
holding
saving
on
throw.
enough, not whether or not you're diving out the way or anything like that. So it's literally the strength to hold onto the wood as opposed to being pulled off by the weight of Gale's body falling into the abyss.
Natural 20!
16?
16, I will say with the natural 20,
22.
you do fall off, but the 20, basically you fall down past Thorn, who is like grabs you, and you slam into the bridge beneath
Has
him.
just
Gale,
sunk
you also
their
like feel
claws
the
in.
rope pulling you right the way around. You slam into the wall. Gale and Deacon, you both take another 3 points of bludgeoning damage. But as you sort of panic, look up to see what the hell's going on, you can feel that the bridge, something is messing with the ropes up there.
Oh my gosh, just goes in the bridge.
Oh.
And one side of the ropes get completely loose. And that everything that you're holding on to, that sort of your fingers shoved between the planks of wood, those planks of wood gripped suddenly as they swing shut, trapping your hand within it all.
Anything on the wall? No, my hands are trapped.
You have one hand trapped between planks of wood holding on, your other hand trying to hold this rope with two flailing people at the bottom of it.
And we're holding on to just the rope, or we're holding on to...
You're kind of upside down holding onto the rope.
Right.
Thorn, what are you doing?
There's nothing good that's gonna happen here. Can I see anything below me?
No.
Can I see anything to hold on to on the wall?
If you can get a hand free, yeah.
Can I try and pull the hand free?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Try and pull the
Oh,
hand free.
God.
I'd say this is a dexterity saving throw. In trying to manage your hands to get one out of a clamped piece of wood. You're pretty sure some fingers are broken in there.
Joy of being a shifter. broken fingers. Oh man, no. 9.
As you release your hand from the rope, which is tied around you, you kind of reach up to get your other hand free. And as you pull apart the wood and get one hand out, the wood kind of clamps down on your other hand and both fall.
Oh.
All three of you tumble into the darkness. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh, I hope you've all enjoyed this 2 episodes mini arc, the death of Deacon Fireheart.
I don't think it's
Buttons.
over.
I don't think it's over.
Mopsy
No,
lives.
I don't think it's
We've
over.
all just fallen into
we've
the
just fallen
darkness.
into the darkness,
No,
but still.
no, they shouldn't check back in 2 weeks for another episode. There won't be one.
You have been listening to the gruesome adventures of Deacon Fireheart Buttons, with David Knight as your dungeon master, Sarah Gain as Deacon, Ben Galpin as Thorn, Daryl Bailey as Eloise, Grace Kelly Miller as Gary, and Vicky Gaskin as Gail. Original music by David Knight. Editing by Pippa Beckford. Please tell your friends, subscribe, and follow us on all the social media. Thank you for listening to No Small Roles.
Do you like scary stories?